Today we can turn something plain into something more interesting like this. With this tutorial you'll learn how to do VFX in Blender. Let's start. In a new Blender project, click on File, New, and VFX. Then we're going to click on Open to open up some footage that we have. With that, I'm going to go down and change the end frame to 300 to make it 10 seconds. We're going to go to Output and match the frame rate to 30 FPS right there. And I like to make my color depth 16. Then we can press on Prefetch to load our footage faster. Now we're going to make our pattern size 15 and 150. Location model to perspective and match to previous frame, and we click on normalize for best results. Then click on detect features, and these are the settings I think are best for this footage, which is 0.003 and distance of 60, and then a margin of 100. And then we click on track markers from the start frame. We wait for it to finish. Click on the Solve tab. We're going to change keyframe A to 140 and keyframe B to 170. I found those to be the best ones for this footage. Then we're going to click on Refine Focal Length, Optical Center, and Radial Distortion, and click on Solve Camera Motion. We wait for it to finish, and we see that we get solve error 0.91, which we want to get under 1. Click on Setup Tracking Scene. It'll give us a background for a camera and a few objects. I'm going to zoom in on my markers, and I'm going to go up to Clip Display and click on Info to see the average error of our trackers, and I'm going to click on 3 trackers with the pretty low error and click on Floor to we can go to the top of the screen, press on the plus icon, and go to General and Layout. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to properly set up my objects the way I want. When you're done setting up your objects, go to the top right, scroll left and top left, and add a shader editor. Click N to get rid of that, and press New, and we're renaming it from Material to Shadow Catcher because we're making a shadow catcher. With that, we're zooming in, deleting that node, and in the surface input, we're going to be adding a mix shader. And then in the bottom shader input, we're going to be adding a transparent BDSF node. In the top shader input, we're adding a diffuse BDSF. And in that color of the diffuse, we're making it to all black. And then we're adding a color ramp to put in the factor of the mix shader. And in the factor of the color ramp, we're adding a shader to RGB node. And in the shader input, we're adding another diffuse, but leave the color the same as it was. And go down to Material Settings and scroll all the way down until you see Dithered and change it to Blended. Then go to Color Ramp and change the white part to a position of 0.1. And now we go to Rendered View to see our shadow catcher. But you see it's like this, and we can't see the background, so we'll go up to the Render Settings, Film, and press on Transparent, and it's fixed. Then we click on Ray Tracing 2 for best results. And you see it doesn't work, there's no shadow right there. That doesn't work with the default ground plane, so we have to add a new plane and move it back and add the texture that we just made. And now you see it works. And the lighting's a little too high, so I just move it down to be more correct. Thank you for watching all the way through. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.